I can't get into the Discord.
Yeah, we're recording.
Let me try to figure out this thing. Hello and welcome to Red Flags. We are your hosts, DOA, Donnie, Opie, and Alan. And today
What up?
we are talking about, what is it, 2020?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
2020's The Dark and the Wicked. So, yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, Dark and the Wicked. I'm going to be honest with you.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for, right?
I was ready to give up on that movie a half hour in.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't like it. And
At all?
not really.
Okay.
Ooh.
I mean, we'll get into it, but it wasn't my favorite.
Well, what would you rate it?
Hang on. We got to figure this. Dave's not here. And he usually has like the rating thing all popped up.
Oh, I can actually do that. I've actually got that pulled up here.
You have that pulled up? All right. So
I do have that technology. Thank you, Dave, who is absent, still providing us.
you
with
have
what
that
we
popped up. I just would have to like find where the hell it is and then put it in the thing. And
need. Oh, it's all good.
you can edit it in there?
Oh, I sure can.
Good,
Look at
good,
this.
good. Well, get it ready. Get it ready. Get it ready.
We're ready. We can. What do you got?
Oh,
What do you
hell
got for a
yeah.
score?
I want to know
What do you
yours.
I'm giving this one a 6,
Okay.
Okay.
and I might
okay.
lower that. to
That's
be
funny
honest with you.
because I am also going with a 6,
Oh, damn.
but I might go up.
Okay.
I was thinking like 6.9.
You just
One,
want-
because 69, but no, I generally liked it, but I'll leave room for thought.
Okay. What was our final score there? 6.9?
yeah, that's what he
All
went with. Man, I'm not I feel like I should know where this is in this thing, but I
Donnie has more fun with his ratings than we do.
yeah,
Huh?
he likes to use decimal
Yeah,
points.
he has.
and
You have more
Yeah.
fun.
fractions.
So
Like to throw you guys off.
okay, so this movie sucked. I'm going to start off with that. Al, would you like to do a plot summary?
I can't. I can try, but I can tell you what, I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Okay, shall I give it a shot?
Let me do some Googling here.
So
we are
basically,
so
this is-
underprepared for
This is what I got out of it, okay?
Sure.
There's an old couple living in a farmhouse and they raise sheep or goats or both.
Goats.
Are you sure? Because it looked like there were some sheep in there,
Okay, maybe both.
but maybe both. I don't know.
It was a farm.
It had animals that go bat.
It sounds like a sheep.
And so they also have 2 children, a boy and a girl, and they come to visit because daddy is dying.
Correct.
Daddy's dying. Mommy is having a hard time with it.
But also told them not to show up.
She did tell them not to show up. And so now we have some struggles and some deaths and some creepy devil shit going on.
And some fingers being cut off. Don't forget about that.
Oh yeah.
I was just trying to give a little synopsis, but again, I've got questions for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Like, fuck it. Here's my question.
Shoot.
The biggest one that's been bugging me.
hmm
What is it?
Is the dad not their dad?
No, I'm pretty sure that's the dad.
Then who was the priest that was in Chicago?
that was a priest they met at their mother's burial.
I
They
thought he
met him.
showed up at the door.
That was like the devil.
Yeah.
Playing
That
tricks.
wasn't
I
him
understand
showing
that,
back up
but
to the
they
house.
still gave her a real phone number, and she called it, and it went to a hotel in Chicago, and that guy had never even met them, and was like, "Why are you fucking with me? Was her name Luis or something?"
Oh, that's right. Maybe it was the devil the whole time.
All right.
Right? So that guy was never actually there, but
I
did
forgot about that part.
So then, like, was that like their mom's ex-lover?
I don't know. And I didn't like this enough to really deep dive into those things because I thought the movie sucked. But that's a theory. That
Why-
is a theory.
I'm kind of thinking that like the priest was just the demon trying to get the weird supernatural shit, where maybe it was trying to coax people out of the house and that's how it killed them or some shit, because everyone was like had to be died outside, right? So I think maybe that was just the demon manipulating them and just made up
Did
the
you say
priest.
everyone died outside?
Well, like outside of the house.
That's not
'Cause
true.
he was
though.
doing that weird thing where he was like, "Come outside."
Yeah, but
That was weird.
that had nothing to do with anything because the nurse did not die outside.
Oh, that's right. She died inside.
She died inside in a very anti-Al way because I hate eyeball shit.
Yeah, I'll criticize that death too as like kind of cliched and I don't know.
Honestly, for half this movie, I was thinking about how much this movie was like mostly just like the same shit.
You thought so too? You thought it was like horror movie cliches and kind of
Yeah.
not super. I don't know. We just watched Caveat and we all gave that high scores because it was also a slow burn, but it was much better than this.
Yeah, it was funny because as I was watching this one, I was like, well, I did it to myself.
Yeah, you picked this one.
Because I was like, I want more supernatural shit, unless like.
Yeah, that's true. You said that just last week. You were like, I want more supernatural.
But this didn't do it right.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It didn't do it right. It was. And it wasn't just like, because this isn't like supernatural. This is just like devil stuff. But it was like.
It
Yeah.
was the devil
It was
for
also
atheists.
it was also must have been written by atheists because like lorically, I don't know if that's a real word, but the lore of it
Sure.
didn't make sense as far as biblical shit. And I wanted to write it down, but I didn't have the time, and so I wish I would have wrote down my example.
Okay.
You know, I do kind of like that it's just kind of like a random event. It's just a random demon fucking with them seemingly.
That's fine.
I do like that to a point, but also like give me some story.
Oh,
Why?
I do like that they were atheists and it was like demon possession for atheists,
Yeah.
you know, and even though they didn't fucking believe, it still happened, you know?
Yeah.
And as an atheist, that's kind of cool.
Well, it's I think it was.
I don't
cool
fucking believe it.
that,
It
like,
scares me not, but you know.
whether or not they believe in God or whatever, they can definitely now believe that evil exists and there's some dark shit out there that you can't explain. So it might not make them be a Christian, but it might make them, because definitely that. And you know what? I don't know. I got a lot.
Oh, unpack it.
Yeah, just let it out.
The guy, the brother, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He fucking bails like a bitch, which is kind of fair. Like, because you're like, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Well, yeah, and he's like, he can say, "Oh, I got to get back to my family."
Yep.
You know, so
But he
has
did
that.
ditch his sister in a dangerous situation instead of just yanking her and tying her up and being like, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Do you think though, because like that's always a common trope of the people that they see something they can't explain, so they just find a way to make it make sense in their brain, and it's not
No,
like a
I-
haunting. Like he's just like Look, maybe weird shit was happening. Maybe it's in our heads.
I did. No, because he admitted, he was like, there was some shit I saw.
Yeah, he kept saying the naked mom.
Yep, he's
Dude,
like,
I'm forgetting so much about this movie
he's like-
that's how you can tell it wasn't that great.
He's like,
Yeah,
I
right?
saw mom right there, and I know, like, I'm not crazy.
Yeah,
right?
he's like, I know it wasn't a dream.
Yeah.
It wasn't a dream.
That's
I'm
true.
not crazy. It fucking happened. I can't explain it, but it fucking happened. Which I was like, good. I'm glad, that. I'm glad it wasn't like that fucking. I thought it was going to be another trope where he sees shit too, but he's going to pretend that he doesn't and make her feel crazy.
Yeah.
Because she's admitting to seeing shit.
Yeah,
I'm glad that it didn't do that.
yeah. But instead, he just bailed.
He did bail. And then, he was like, you can get out of there too. You can save yourself. And then instantly, the
Yep.
devil fucking got to him.
Right. Did you see that coming?
No, and I also was pissed off at the fact that, like, I was like, this weak-willed son of a bitch fucking kills himself in the first 5 seconds of quote-unquote seeing his family dead.
Yeah. Can we talk about that for a second? Because I hated that. I mean, I shouldn't talk shit about this guy. Michael Abbott Jr. played that guy, and I thought his acting was terrible. One example is when he discovers his family.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
bad. It's not how you would react. It's so bad.
No.
And the other one was when he found the herd of slaughtered sheep, and it's like an outside shot, and he just goes, "God damn it!"
Yeah,
It's just bad. I don't know.
yeah. It wasn't great.
I'm looking through his credits though, and there's a funny thing in his credits. He's in a lot of movies, and he really kind of jumped off in 2007. Though he has one credit in 2001, he was in A Beautiful Mind. He was an uncredited
He was an uncredited background guy or what?
A Princeton library tutor, uncredited. But it's funny. He just that one year he did that, and then like 6 years later he started his career. So that's funny.
All right. Well, glad you got somewhere, and he was like, you know what? That was kind of fun to be that guy in the background doing nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be a leading guy and still do nothing.
Maybe I can be weak-minded in another movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that fucking it was just. I don't understand. Like, he goes in and he sees his family dead, quote unquote, and
Mhm.
I don't know if, like, I just didn't get a good view of what the fuck he saw. But I just saw that they were dead, right? And then he just, like, slowly like, grabs his knife and then cuts his throat. And so I was confused at whether that was him doing it or if it was the devil making him do it.
Oh no, I think it was him.
Because, like, at the same
They
time,
all had cut throats too. That was the
and
that's
so
what-
that makes you go, I should do that instead of maybe calling the fucking police so it doesn't look like you did it.
right. Yeah.
Maybe, like, I don't know, like, figure out who did it.
Right. Do
Yeah.
more than just it was so bad. That's why this movie I'm gonna talk myself down. I might go down to like a 5.
And then what else happened? The wife walks in and sees him dead.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I think it was last week that I was talking about, like, tying in true crime with
Yeah.
the horror movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Mhm.
had told you guys this story, but it was this lady, earmuffs for kids who are listening. She was in South Africa. She's driving her car. A dude comes up to her with a knife, puts it to her throat, is like, move over. She moves over. He's like stealing the car, kidnapping her, right?
Yeah.
He's like, don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you. I just need the car. And she's like, well, you can just fucking have it. And he's like, yeah, no, we can't do that. So then he goes, picks up a friend. And they go to the middle of nowhere and they do their thing to her, right?
Mhm.
And then, like, in the process, everyone was using fake names. Even she used a fake name when he asked who she was. And she was like, oh, my name's Billie Jean, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, Billie Jean, my name's Eric. Right? And so then, like, when they were taking turns or whatever, the one guy had said the other guy's real name, and then he was like, ha, well, can't let you go now. And so he takes her out of the car, strips her naked, chokes her till she passes out. She wakes up to, like, just seeing his arm moving back and forth. And she's like, "Oh, that's fucking weird." She's not feeling anything.
Is
But-
this the one with the head that goes back?
Yep.
Why are you telling the story?
Because it's relevant to
God
the
damn
fact
it.
that this guy poked himself in the neck and died in 30 seconds. And this lady had gotten her head severed to the point where it fell backwards while she was walking, holding her entrails to the street. She survives having her guts spilling out and her head held on by a fucking thread. And this guy fucking pokes himself in the neck and he's dead.
I think you might have told the story this last week.
I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but
He did what to his neck and he was dead?
I said he poked it with a knife. He did slice his own throat, yes. But
With a fucking pin seal.
I got to be honest. When that scene was playing, I thought of that
really?
because now I think of that.
Well, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. But it
Life's
gives me
ruined.
Hope if I ever something ever happened to me.
As long as you have a strong enough will, you can survive it.
That is true.
Because he did realize the instant that he cut himself in the neck with his, like tiny little fucking knife, that he was like, oh shit, they're not really there. They're not really dead. In fact, I'm here by my fucking self.
looking like an idiot.
Yep. Got me. You got good one, Satan.
You really
His
got me
last
there.
words.
It kind of would
Oh,
have. It
you
would have
got
been better
me.
if he had done like a little laugh and like, ha, shit, got me, bitch.
Oh,
Where
son
looks
of a-
looks up and wags the finger.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. Good one. You fucking dick.
So this one had a budget of $157.2 thousand. Oh no, that's what it grossed in America and Canada.
It was rated really
No.
high.
Oh, 736,000 worldwide. And I want to see what Caveat did. Caveat gross worldwide 78. So this one did way better than Caveat.
Yeah, and it was rated way better than Cav. Well, they were rated about the same, but
That's crazy wild because this one sucks.
yeah, I like
Yeah,
Caveat
it-
way better.
Yeah.
It does, like you were saying, like it seems a lot of the scenes and tropes are kind of, you can predict them.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked before about movies like the Bye Bye Man, that's just trash that they make to fill slots.
Yeah.
So they just pump out random bullshit movies. I mean, it's not like fucking horrendous, but
No, it's not the worst movie, but it took forever.
there's much better.
Yeah, it took forever to get rolling. I was barely giving a shit about the characters in it.
So the director is Brian Bertino, and he did what the hell is it? The Strangers, which
Okay.
is an awesome movie.
Okay,
Oh.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
I think
It's a good one.
we might have reviewed
We
it.
might have done it. I don't know. We've seen so many movies. That's why I say I don't know. I might have seen it. I might not have.
Right? You might be on the record with it, and you don't even know.
Yeah, I could have had a whole ass review. Like I know that I've seen Hereditary, and I don't remember a fucking thing about it.
Your review for both those movies was like, I'll never forget this experience. It was so good.
Yep. It would be funny to find that audio.
That would.
Yeah.
The Strangers.
Yeah, it was good.
And then he did this.
Sure.
Yeah.
hmm
My criticism is when she's in the shower and then the dad creeps in on her and he's like doing that shaking 90s
Yep, I hate that.
head thing. It was stupid. The white eyes were fake. That herd of slaughtered sheep or goats was super bad CGI. It looked terrible. What else? There was so much just bad. There was bad acting. It looked bad. There was a bunch of
Opie.
CGI blood. It's
Opie.
terrible.
Opie.
What?
Say something nice.
About the movie?
These people worked really hard on this movie.
The movie.
Let's
They worked
see.
really hard. They tried. They fucking went there every day for however long it took to make this movie, and they put in whatever effort that they felt was necessary.
I think that the father played a really good old man dying laying on a bed,
Oh, okay.
not doing anything.
Superb acting right
What
What
there.
did you think about the main actress?
She was not bad. She wasn't
Yeah.
bad. She was doing it, and she had to do
She
a
was
lot of
solid.
emotional stuff. You know, she had
Yeah.
to act scared and sad, and
Yeah.
All these different things, and she did good. It was just really that guy Michael Abbott who kept catching my eye with his really just bad acting. Just terrible.
He tried. He put it. He was
Not hard enough.
he was a background actor. It's hard to make that transition from like just being there to like saying stuff.
to being a
Yeah,
lead,
this is where he was finding his value.
I guess. What else? Chicago PD, Summer's End, Fallout. He was in a Fallout movie.
The show?
Is that a show? Oh, it is a TV series. Okay.
I don't want to know who he is.
He was probably a background character.
I really like that show, and I don't want to be mad at it.
He's a landscaper, and in Inside Amy Schumer, which I don't know.
Ugh.
That's where Opie wants to be.
He was in a TV series called Fear the Walking Dead,
Okay.
which obviously must be a knockoff.
I think it's like a reviewing kind of thing. They talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or maybe that's Talk the Dead or whatever. I don't know.
It's like I think it's a
Talking Dead.
prequel. Like before Rick wakes up or whatever. I think. I'm just guessing.
I gotcha.
Did you have like a favorite part or anything?
Yeah, the credits.
Yeah, me too. I
And
don't
the
know.
mother floating was kind of cool.
I did kept pausing it to check the time and see how much time was left.
Yeah, the
Same.
mom. The mom is floating around, and the
What did
creepy
you-
like devil guy kind of lingering is cool stuff. But
Did you like the whole like come outside?
I did. I thought that was. But it also was like if somebody said that to me, there's no fucking way I would go outside.
At 3 a.m.
Not even after.
Which,
they
by the way, what's
disappeared.
significant? What is significant about 3 a.m.?
It's the witching hour.
There you go. There might be some people listening that don't know that.
Sure. But I would not go outside. If somebody was like, come on outside, I'd be like, no, I'm not. And then when they disappeared, I'd shut the door and go back to sleep or go get a gun or whatever. Like, I
Yeah.
ain't going outside.
He's gone. Hey, he's gone, guys. That was just me acting probably better than that guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marin Ireland was the main actress.
She was not bad.
No, she was good. She was in a lot of super cool stuff, I guess. The Umbrella Academy.
That's one of Dave's fucking go-tos.
Oh, he might have recognized her. The Boogeyman, which was a new 2023 movie that looked like garbage.
Did you see it?
No, but The Boogeyman, come on, what a fucking dumbass title for a
Yeah.
horror movie. The Empty Man. She was in one called The Empty Man.
What was that movie that Donnie made us watch that was like The Boogeyman?
Was that The Bye Bye Man?
Bye Bye Man.
Is that
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
was?
Probably worse than the Boogeyman. And I haven't even seen the Boogeyman.
You have?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying it's probably better than Pee Pee Poo Poo Man.
They should pin them together. And maybe it would be interesting.
The Booger Man?
Don't say it, don't think it.
Yeah.
The Pee Pee Poo Poo and the Booger Man.
Pee pee poo poo man.
Don't say it, don't think it. Don't say it, don't think it. Gosh, yeah, there was nothing really super memorable about this movie. I keep picturing when he saw the grandma or his mom floating outside. I was
So-
like, man, I wish I could float. And that was probably the highest brain activity that I got the whole time.
Yeah. It's just so, I don't know if there was anything like interesting or new or unique about it. It's really just kind of generic and yeah.
That's okay. They fucking tried.
So let's talk about that. They tried. What the fuck does that mean? Somebody wrote this piece of shit. Somebody approved this piece of shit, and other people did get assigned to it and were able to work on it. But who wrote this?
You're the one with that information. Okay, so first of all, I just want to let you know that I think you're being unfair.
It was Brian Bertino.
But what did Brian Boitano do?
It's- I don't
He
know.
can't even get his name right.
Brian Bertino.
I kept saying Boitano because that's a figure
He did a
skater.
movie called Stephanie in 2017.
Cool. So this movie was suggested to me by somebody who was really excited for us to watch it
Yeah.
because they really liked it. So I don't want to sit here and only talk shit and try to find the good stuff that like maybe a 16-year-old would be like super excited about for a movie. There wasn't even any titties.
Here's one thing. We're old and we just talked about how we've been watching movies like every week for years. So we've seen all this before. So that I do struggle with that in that like when new movies come out, I don't know that the new audience, maybe this is great. Maybe this is shit that they've never
there's a
seen.
good point too, though. Is like different generations will have different experiences of what's iconic in that sense. So like, the difference between there's the generation that when you think Killer Doll, you think Chucky, but
Yeah.
there's going to be a generation that they're gonna think of that Megan movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's an interesting thought to pour into it too.
Yeah.
That's very true.
I mean, it's really not like a. I mean, there's obviously compared to the shit we've seen, like the acting's bad and this is bad, but it's not like unwatchable bad. It's just like, you know, lower quality
Yeah, that's
than
true.
what we consider a really good, like, you know, movie.
I just saw a highlight, and that would be the three-legged goat stumbling away with a bloody stub.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know
It
what?
had me like they had to have had a three-legged goat.
Already.
They already had a three-legged goat, and they were like, "You're going to be the star of this fucking shot."
They based, you know how you were talking about how they based the whole movie on a fucking stuffed bunny?
Yep.
Maybe that's what this movie was based off of. They
Right.
already had that three-legged goat. And they're like, what can we do with this?
right?
You're telling me it was in stock, and Brian Botany looked at it and was just like, I can make something of this. There's a good horror story somewhere in here, and then doesn't include the
Like,
goat.
It's a goat, so it's got to be a movie about the devil. But I don't even believe in God. So how are we going to do that?
How do we link all these things?
He's
Alright.
just like, I don't have the movie made yet, kid, but when I do, I know what part you're going in.
And I will say, I did appreciate that aspect of everybody being an atheist, and everybody was an atheist.
Yeah, that's a
It
cool
did
split
And
seem
too.
that's super
very
interesting.
anti-Christian, especially with the nurse saying, Jesus, I see you, as she's stabbing her eyes out.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, that's just violent Christian imagery, bro.
Yeah, that does kind of. It's a good way to show that like, there's people in movies that are like, I don't believe in ghosts, and then they get attacked by a ghost. It's like just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
It's true. Yeah, and
At
that's
least in terms of horror, I'm not getting into a religion thing here. I'm just saying like horror wise.
no, that's true. Kind of though. Like if me, an atheist, is sitting there, and all of a sudden my dresser drawer opens by itself, what the fuck? How do I process that? What do I do with that?
You take a
Is that a ghost? Is
like
that
a
God?
shim.
What
You
is
know what a
that?
shim is, right?
Sure.
You take a shim and you slide that under one of the legs so that the drawer
Or that,
so
the
the drawer
mechanical
is-
side, the logic will kick in, hey, what do I do? Hopefully go right to the logic. And then,
or you wake up and you have like fuck me on your chest written in like scratch marks.
oh my, I still have to go with logic on that one.
What's that situation?
That is a partner got freaky in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but you're by yourself.
Oh, then I got to check my nails.
You trimmed them.
Yeah. What if you
Fuck
what if
me
you
on
like
my
get out of the
chest.
shower and the mirror's foggy and you see like a ghost start writing just something like make toast. Just something
Ooh.
obscenely dumb.
Do I capitulate to the ghost and then go make toast?
Do you go to the toaster and
Ooh.
see if there's like something fucked up with that?
Right? Like
And it's just leaving you like a little scavenger hunt of
yeah.
creepy shit.
right?
Or you just go to the toaster and it just like toast pops up right when you get there to spook you a little, and that's it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there was something burned into the toast, and it was like,
Oh, that too. Just
Check-
some sort of
check
like,
your
yeah,
left.
you thought I was only good for moving doors, bitch.
check your left shoe.
Go back to the bathroom and he's like, gotcha in the mirror.
There's kind of relative to that. There's a YouTube series of like Jigsaw from Saw, like if he was your roommate or your coworker.
Oh, I've seen.
Remind me to
yeah.
share those. Those are good. And he's just like, your keys are in your dog. Are you gonna hurt your best friend to get them, or be late for the third time this week?
Oh, I should check that out. That sounds very funny.
Pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
The end of my joke whole thing was gonna be like when you check your left shoe, there's just a drawing of the fingers with the OK symbol,
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
and then it gotcha. Then you just hear a ghost laugh.
I'd be okay with that kind of haunting. Keep them coming, dude.
Yeah. Juliet Oliver Touchstone played the mom who was running around naked, and she has a credit in Twisted Metal as Mima.
In the TV show,
Yes.
Ooh.
So that's
Mike
kind of fun.
really likes that and has suggested it, and I haven't watched it yet.
Really?
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch it. I think it's on Peacock.
Well, look out for Mima because you've seen her naked.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't have words for that.
So, hey, man, it's true. I kind of thought that whoever it was wearing a suit and it's not an actual naked lady
Yeah.
because it looked weird. And I was like, nah, they wouldn't do that.
Do you remember what was the movie X? I think it was X. I was gonna say the movie
yeah.
before Pearl.
With, I think her name was,
Yeah, that's X.
I think her name was Rose.
Yeah, and she played an old lady.
Oh, yeah, that was, what the hell's her name? Shaves her eyebrows.
Brian
Brian
Butano?
man, I don't know.
Brian Butane.
Butane.
Uh,
Yeah. So like, maybe it would have been like a situation like that where it was just somebody dressed up in a old lady suit, even if it is an old lady herself, just in an old lady naked suit.
yeah.
Maybe it's the same suit.
You never know.
Mia Goth.
That's it.
That
Oh
was-
yeah. Mima.
That clip of her in Pearl where she's screaming at the guy and he's like, "You're freaking me out," and she's like, "Why don't you love me? You said you loved me."
Yep.
Spreading like wildfire on social media.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
You cut out, but I knew exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good in that one. I think she does a big long monologue in one of them movies.
Oh yeah.
A really good one.
It was cool to see that clip being so popular on social media because it's like it feels like that's a movie that nobody knows.
I know that clip of her
Yeah.
in the cornfield went viral.
Oh yeah, with the scarecrow.
Yeah.
It did?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
You never see the memes?
No.
Oh.
But that's okay. You don't need to Google them.
That's all right. I won't know. So anyway, it was what was it? Yeah. So it's a story about the devil just sort of showed up to the parents, right? And was torturing the parents, and then the kids stumbled on it. Is that sort of the...
Well, yeah, I think that it was basically the devil wanted that dude's soul real fucking bad for some reason.
Yeah.
And he wasn't letting it happen. And so he wasn't going to die if the devil had any chance of getting his soul. And he had more of a chance of getting it when he was alone, when it was just the mom and dad. But the mom started realizing what the fuck was up. And so that's why she was like, keep these kids away from here. We don't need them mixed up in this shit. But the dad also couldn't die without having been told, I love you, because love is secure for evil.
Is that what the moral of this fucking movie was?
Yeah.
Is that what happened at the end? Was she said, "I love
Yeah.
you"?
She was like, as he was dying.
Yeah.
she had expressed her love and he felt that love. And so he was able to move on without his soul being taken away from the devil.
Oh, how
Because the
deep.
nurse was talking about how, or maybe it was, somebody gave a whole fucking monologue about love and evil.
I think that was the nurse. She gave it to the brother and was like, love is great. And I just
Yeah.
never want to.
Yeah.
You
And then
know.
she stabbed herself
Yeah.
in the eyes.
Jesus.
He acted that out. I don't know if you could hear it.
I could feel that.
Yeah, his
Jesus.
head out, he screamed, Jesus. Cha, 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 cha.
That's, oh man. I could tell you stuff about things, but
Say stuff about things.
religion is.
It's not ASMR.
I know. I just appreciate it because I am an atheist and they were atheists. And sometimes as an atheist, you're like, you just don't appreciate the other side all the time.
That's fair.
Interesting.
But I really like this because it was kind of for atheists, and it's a thing that I don't know if lots of people do.
Hey,
It's
Opie.
kind of cliche
Hey,
to
Opie.
just be religious about it and jam all that religion into it.
Hey, Opie.
What? And
Jesus
this one
loves
didn't.
you.
You want me to say something? You think there's going to be some kind of prayer in my brain that I'm going to just start rehearsing?
Hey, Opie.
What?
The flying spaghetti monster appreciates you.
And also with you.
Yeah. Now don your
Oh,
calendar.
see, we're already halfway there.
Now don your calendar.
I don't know what that means. Oh, my colander, like a strainer. I put
Yeah.
it on my head.
Yes.
Okay. Can we pretend I just did that?
Well, I watched you mime it
What comes after?
before
it?
you even knew what you were doing. He like pretended to
This
put
sounds like I'm putting on a hat.
he pretended to put a hat on, and then he was like, "Oh, like a strainer."
I
Yes.
gotta know what I'm imagining on my head. You know.
Yes, like a strainer.
Okay. Now what?
Then you go to the DMV, get your photo taken,
Okay. And then
and that's how this became a religion.
is that the truth?
So do you know anything about this whole thing? Flying Spaghetti Monster was an idea created to be like the same idea as Satanism,
Okay.
which is to say that like Satanists, the original idea of Satan, obviously there's like radical factions in every
Sure.
Yeah.
religion, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the general idea of Satanism was to be like they don't believe in God,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
Which is to say that they don't believe that there's a Satan either.
Yeah.
But it pisses off Christians
Yeah.
to say hail Satan,
Correct. Yeah.
right? So that was the idea.
Yep.
And then it became an actual religion and they have rules. And the majority of the rules are having morality without having to bow down to a book about it,
Yeah.
right? And one of their biggest things is like leave children the fuck alone. So like when people are saying like the Satanists are sacrificing children, not true. So the Flying Spaghetti Monster is the same idea where it's like, I don't believe in this religion. I don't believe in this religion. You know what? Fuck it. I believe to a flying fucking spaghetti monster in the sky, right?
to
It's-
show to highlight the ridiculously of
Yes.
their
But
rules.
then somebody was like, yeah, I believe in the Flying Spaghetti Monster too. Yeah. I believe it too. I believe it too. Right? And so then one lady was like, I'm going to fucking wear my colander to the DMV when I get my photo taken. And they're like, you can't do that. And she's like, freedom of religion, motherfuckers.
Okay. Sure. Which one of those is the Church of Satan? There's two of
There's
them.
the
Right?
Church of Satan and there's Satanic Temple.
Okay. And which one is the Satanic Temple? What is that? What are
I
they about?
couldn't tell you. I need to look more into it.
I know one of them is more of a, I'm not going to say political organization, but their whole thing is like keeping religion out of
Like separation of church and state.
yes, they fight against that, and I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you which one
But
was
one
which,
of them is very focused on that,
yeah.
and I support that a lot too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, this movie was a piece of shit, and I'm going to go down to a 5 because I didn't like it, and there was nothing to defend it. I'm sorry.
How is the cinematography? That's where you usually go to. How are the effects?
The effects were terrible. I thought it was CGI. I didn't like it. Other than like the creepy stuff in the back, I always love that stuff, but it's easier to pull off, I would think, than like, a horde of. Hey, you had a 3-legged goat. That's kind of a
They
special
had a
effect.
real 3-legged goat.
Yes, and they put
How hard is
blood
that?
all over its little stump.
This
So
little stump, yeah.
I will give the special effects a little credit there.
Back up to a 6.
5.5. What else?
Just haggling for your vote.
And it did have Twisted Metal Mima.
That goes up to a 5.8.
It was really a small cast.
Come on. Go to 6 for me, Ma.
No, can't do it. I'm sticking with a 5.5.
All right, mark it down, I guess.
All right.
Oh, fuck,
Wow,
do I go?
you are such an old person. Oh my God, watching
Is he
him-
using one finger on the keyboard?
Well, yes, he's doing the chicken poking typing, whatever you call it.
I'm actually quite good. It's just this is a weird laptop.
And
It's
also, he had his face
Oh, there you
2
go.
inches from the screen.
it's dark. I fixed it now.
The light emanates from the screen.
It's hard. It's too hard.
The keyboard lights up.
What the hell is your score?
I'm gonna give it. I'll just go 6. 6 is good.
I was doing a
I
really.
didn't hate it. Like I could see myself watching it again at some point just for the fuck of it. But I don't know. There's nothing that really jumps out to me.
What did you say you're at?
6.
Okay.
Just 6.
6.
See, that's why you needed to be a 6. It's 100% reason why you needed to be a 6.
So that it could be 666.
Yeah, dog.
Too
Go-
bad.
go
this
Come
movie
on,
doesn't
do it.
have
Do it
6.
for me, Ma.
Go up to 6 for that.
So that it could be 666. What if Dave comes along and he's like, "It's a 7."
Oh. He'll rate it 6. Trust me. Dave will rate it a 6.
If he rates it a 6, I'm going to go back down to his 5.5.
But you're going up to a 6 right now?
Yes, just for the devil magic.
Trust me, Dave's not gonna pick a 6.
Guess what, guys? I didn't tell you what my score is yet.
You did. You just because it would be 666.
Five.
I didn't say that was what I was picking.
You said
I
it.
did not. I said you should pick it so it could be 666. I want to go up to a 7 just to piss you off. I'm not going to do it. It's a 6.
All right. And I will say The Dark and the Wicked is a good name.
Why?
It's a good horror name because it rolled off the tongue. It rolled off the tongue better than Caveat.
I got asked today what was the movie you guys are doing, and I said The Dark and the Wicked, and they were like, "So 2 movies?" I was like, "No."
so 2?
That is kind of funny. But yeah, I thought it was a really good because last week I kept trying to remember Caveat and have that word in my brain. It just wasn't there. And this one, every time I was like, "Oh, what movie am I watching this week?" The Dark and the Wicked just rolled right off my tongue. And I appreciate that. And it's a cool name. I don't know how anybody would disagree with me. I just don't understand.
I can see. Yeah, I like the name.
Yeah.
Dark and the Wicked. You know what else I like? Which, if I'm not mistaken, the next pick's mine, right?
It is. It is.
Okay, because another thing I really liked about this, and we were talking about this yesterday.
Yep.
The like cover art of it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought was cool.
Yep. It
They
is
like the red
cool.
background, body floating. I like that a lot. So I don't know anything about this next movie that I picked. I just scrolled Shudder until I found I just picked out one that I liked the cover art.
Okay.
It's called All You Need Is Death, 2024.
Is that what just happened?
That's next week's pick.
What is it called?
All You Need Is Death.
All you need is
Oh my
love.
gosh.
Love.
So
Love is all you
immediately,
need.
it's got like a weird guy with some hands and some eyeballs in his hands.
Isn't that called Pan's Labyrinth?
No, this is like a knockoff. Is that what I'm looking at? Where's the fucking credits for this movie?
It's the cover art I saw on
Yeah, that's
Shudder
the
is
cover.
like pencil drawn. Cliff.
Oh, yeah.
Is this another Shudder movie?
Looks like a dark
Yeah.
metal album
Yeah.
cover.
Is,
I was like, that's pretty sick artwork. That'll be my pick.
is this
Oh,
our
yeah.
whole theme this time? Is just Shudder?
I don't know
That
if we
means
added
no,
names.
he's
it
gonna
was-
have to
it
pick a
was-
movie on Shudder.
No. We were just picking random movies. Next, I get to pick something based on real life. And I haven't picked it yet,
I know what my pick's gonna be.
but there's a ton, so I'm excited for my pick. All You Need Is Death 2023. This artwork, I am with you, Donnie. It's fucking awesome. There's some people on a cliff face, and one of the cliff faces kind of looks like a face. It looks like
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sick.
yeah.
Make that a T-shirt, yo.
It looks rad.
I would so wear that on a t-shirt.
A young couple who collect rare folk ballads. I don't know if I'm ballads. Discovers
Yeah.
a dark side of love when they
Uh, surreptitiously.
surreptitiously, thank you, record and translate an ancient taboo folk song from the deep forgotten past.
Ooh, I like this. I like this.
Sounds a little Evil Deadish, kind of.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, it sounds fucking cool.
It's got 3 red skulls. Whatever that means. It's mid grade.
Nice.
How would
But I'm not looking at reviews. I'm just gonna go in blind.
Fucking cool. Hey, yeah, I think we all will. That's very exciting. I love it. The last 3 movies, caveat this one and the one you just picked out, never even really been on the radar, and they're all new.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. We've had one winner and one not so winner. You know,
Just can you just
I'm sorry. I get it. It's just my
people
opinion,
like it.
bro.
People like it.
People probably do like it. I actually was going to say too that I thought this was a really commercial horror movie,
All right.
and I'm surprised that it wasn't like didn't go to theaters
Do you know what was interesting?
because it seemed like a very commercial horror movie.
Do you know I've noticed myself trying to justify a lot of the horror movies in the sense like for them to make sense in modern times, and this one had cell phones in it.
Yeah,
And like, cause like a lot of times when something scary is happening, you're like, oh, just call the fucking police, right? But they have to try to figure out a way to get rid of the cell phones.
yeah. And this one did do a good job of like the dad can't leave; he'll die.
Yeah.
So you have to stay. Somebody has to stay in the house. You're not going to leave your dad.
That was a part of the whole love thing.
Yeah.
Because nobody should die alone.
Yep. So it was it's not as bad as I probably it's probably not as bad as I make it out to be, but I didn't like it as much, especially in contrast to Caveat, which I thought was sort of a similar pace. And
It had a
Kind of
better
genre.
story. It did have a better story.
you think this one had
No,
a better-
Caveat had a better
yeah,
story.
Yeah. Because
I think I agree with the thought of it being a more commercial kind of horror movie.
yeah.
And I think just like when we're going through and seeing all these random like artsy kind of movies that not a lot of people have seen, it does kind of blur those lines. Like, man, I like I've seen enough interesting non-commercial horror movies that the commercial ones just to me seem just not as exciting.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
But
'Cause like think back, I don't have that much bad to say about it. It's just there's nothing, That's where my thought was.
yeah, I think there's a lot bad wrong with it. But I'm just a guy on, talking into
You
a
are the
microphone.
fucking snobbiest little fucking horror bitch.
Yeah, I'm a snobby little horror bitch.
You're like, it doesn't.
I'm a st-
If it doesn't have this image, that's how I hear you.
That's true. Honestly, if
That's
you
true.
guys,
He said, that's
if
true.
you guys don't pick movies that are pre 1980, then I would not
Watch them?
I wouldn't fucking watch them. I never watch anything that's from the
Unless it's a
2000s on.
remake, and then you're like, you go see it in theaters, and then you hate it.
Yeah. Well, no, not even. I usually like what I see in theaters.
Invisible Man.
Yeah, I loved that fucking movie.
That was a brand new movie. You saw it in theaters. You loved it.
Hell yeah. The new Nosferatu, loved it. Loved it. It was long, but I liked it, So, yeah. Oh, did you guys see there's a movie coming out this year of Popeye the Sailor Man? But it's a horror movie.
That's very.
Oh, for
interesting.
real?
Yeah.
Did they is this like Winnie the Pooh and like Mickey Mouse?
I think
It's,
so.
The copyright is going up on it, so they're like, "Ha, gotcha,
Yep,
bitch."
Yep. And now we're
Is
gonna
it
make
this
you scared.
Popeye the Slayer Man?
That is probably clever. I don't know if that's what it is, but hopefully they
That
went.
seems to be the trend. As soon as the copyright goes up, horror movie time.
Yeah, yeah. Because Nosferatu is like that way too.
Did you guys watch both the Winnie the Pooh ones?
No, I've not.
No, I haven't either. Have you?
Yeah. First one kind of blew. I was just curious because there, all the news circulating it.
Oh,
Yeah.
The first one kind of blew, so I'm like, oh, the second one, what's this gonna be? And it's a lot better, and it
Okay.
kind of justify the first one being horrible. It's weird to explain.
Well, that's
Really?
good.
It's an experience.
I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, that is interesting. It's interesting when a movie can, explain its first part and it's like, that's good.
Yeah.
Huh. That sells me on that movie a little bit. Otherwise, I was kind of like, It's,
Yeah. I was just
too
curious because it was all over my feed, just seeing Winnie the Pooh horror movie. I'm like, let's watch it. The first one sucked. I'm like, they put a second one out there. It can't be as bad as that. And then I was like, oh, it's pretty solid.
Nice.
It's good.
That'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do a found footage thing, but
Oof.
We can do that at
we can do that
whatever
later.
point.
I don't know, but for some reason, just the way that you were describing the Winnie the Pooh movie reminded me of.
Watch it. We'd have to watch both of them in
Well,
tandem.
It reminded me of Blair Witch and Blair Witch 2.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen Blair Witch 2, Donnie?
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
Okay, you didn't.
Oh,
hate it.
I
love
liked
it.
it. I liked it.
love it.
I'll go ahead and say it. I liked it.
I like it too, and Dave hates it.
Dave fucking hates it so much.
And I wouldn't mind doing it for the podcast because it's interesting conversation. Because most people hate that fucking movie.
Really, I fucking
It's a
love
good
it.
topic, yeah.
Yeah, I guess actually it's 50-50.
But
Some
it's-
people do love
It's meta shit, and I love it.
it. Yeah,
I love it when movies talk about the movie that they're in. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's a good one. I know it's trash. I fully understand that, but it's good.
And it's got the actor from fucking Burn Notice.
I guess I don't know who that is.
I don't remember his name, but like I remember
Is
I
he
saw.
that crazy movie guy that main, like the tour guide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that it? All you need.
I mean,
is
we
death.
get to up our SA counter by one day
Oh yeah, we do. That's
or one
very-
number.
Yeah, nobody got fucking diddled.
All right, let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Without SA.
That's an
record.
actual thing in the spreadsheet, isn't it?
That ties our record, actually. Yeah.
So nobody got fucking diddled. She did finger cut herself. Which we didn't even really. We skimmed past the whole fucking slicing up her fingers like fucking Kobayashi.
Yeah,
We'll have
I
to
mentioned it at some point, but
We'll have to talk to one of our producers because I can't get it to change.
What the? Yeah, I don't know how to do it. So that's the Dave thing.
But
We'll have
we
him.
can all remember that we tied our record
What at one?
at two.
Okay.
Two.
What, that one?
Donnie,
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
was
be
thinking.
so mad at you if this fucking next movie is just nothing but.
I fucking hope not. I
Hope-
don't know. It says folk ballads discover the dark side of love.
Hopefully, it's got a caveat.
Did you
harness.
wait? Repeat what you just fucking said.
Folk ballads discover the dark side of love.
And that doesn't sound like SA to you.
It sounds like it has potential.
They're just talking about furry stuff or something. I don't know.
Furry stuff.
Yeah, that's
Gross.
the dark side of love.
All right, all right.
All right. So, is that it? Until next week, all you need is death.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh, yeah.
see.
All you need is death.
Until then, hit up the socials.
Yeah.
Hit up Al.
Yeah. Let me know what you want to see.
Hold him
Yeah,
up on his
hit-
note.
Hit Al.
Hit
Yeah.
Al.
Yeah. Hit Al.
Hit him with your car.
Nobody knows how to get a hold of Donnie. Opie's cut
no.
himself off of social media, except for Snapchat.
I get on the Instagram. That's where I
Not
promote.
as you,
No, I'm not on social
You're on
media
there
as a person.
as Hindsight Horror.
Yes, ma'am. That'd be my website.
Which we've never really plugged, so I'm glad we got a chance to say it.
we never really have. But it's not it's just got some horror movie reviews,
Yeah, and your Twitter has gotten comments from, X.
Yes, I actually shut that account down.
Oh, what? Why?
But I did get celebrities to comment on my stuff. I got Tony Todd. I think I got a thumbs up from, who's our favorite guy? He's Chop Top. What's his name? Bill
Mosley.
Mosley. Yes. Also, I think I got a response from, I can't remember her name now, but she played
But
Stretch.
no response for Walton Goggins.
No, you know what the secret is? Is you glaze a celebrity. Just glaze them. And
Yeah.
and they'll
Just say,
thumbs it
hey,
up.
Bill Mosley was fucking awesome.
Yes.
My favorite part of this movie. He's going to be like, hell yeah, I am.
Yeah, he will. If you just glaze an actor or an actress, they'll hit you up on Snapchat or fucking X.
Yeah, they'll be
give you
like,
a thumbs
hey,
up.
thanks for saying nice things about me.
And that's how you become their best friends forever.
Yep.
Just kidding.
When's Bill Mosley inviting us to the next fucking what is the name of that family from?
Oh fuck. Oh, how do I know?
I was gonna say like the Butterfly family, but that's not right.
No, it's Mama Butterfly. Butterfly. Oh, what? Gosh, they say the last Sawyer's. Oh man, something. They have a weird last name,
Yeah,
or not. It's just It's just a fucking name.
They do or they don't.
they either do or they don't.
Hot takes.
It's great or it sucks. Just like this movie, it's good or it's bad. It's up to you to decide.
I am not a definitive.
Thanks for
answer.
listening to us not say anything important.
That's essentially what this is. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? Really, who the fuck cares what I think? It matters what you think. I always say that too. Like Dave's like, oh, well, the reviews on this movie suck. And I'm like, yeah, well, nobody liked fucking Cable Guy either, but that movie's awesome.
That's true. There's no telling what,
I do like reading them on some movies just to try to get some like different perspectives on scenes, or if there's something like answers I'm looking for, I'll do that a little bit. But
Opie, I think we should make that a part of our intro is like, yeah, we, this is Red Flags podcast, Donnie, L, Opie, and Dave, and our opinion doesn't really fucking matter, but here it is anyway.
That's not bad. I do like that. I like the sarcasm and the. I don't know. There's probably a word.
Listen to us say it, but you don't have to pay attention because we are just
Put us in the background because we are wallpaper.
all you have to do is hit play and mute us.
Yeah. Hey. So listen.
I don't know. I'm using like a radio voice.
We should all just be using
The morning radio
voices.
DJ. Yeah. Hit play and mute us.
Well, absolutely. Until next week, is Red Flag.
Shut up.
back to KQR the Bear.
It's the the dark one.